Hello, hello. Welcome to Leap Taken. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And this is yet another planning video. So this is my big happy planner that I use for basically witchy business, coven business, witchy business. We'll just say that. So I already laid down. I went ahead and you'll see the description in the link in the description from an Etsy shop. I bought a planner kit and it's sunflowers. So the reason I went with this particular one is because the colors, and especially this is kind of the last week of it is the last week of July, and then we go into August here, right? So what I want to do is sort of start going more into the colors that are normally associated with a bit of fall, end of summer, and I just thought these were the perfect color combinations to use for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and just start placing some things down so I can see how I want them. In a world full of roses, be a sunflower. So I thought that was pretty cute. So just trying to get an idea of maybe how I want things. So we're just going to start putting some things down. I don't want to say I don't have any rhyme or reason how I do it, because that's not quite true. I kind of do. But, I put certain things down and then it makes sense to me or it doesn't. That's basically it. Yeah. Then I went ahead and got some other stickers as well from a different shop, Etsy shop. And they just cut all the way out. But these are Lunisod stickers. So I'm going to be putting some of these down and mixing them in with this because I thought this was the perfect lead up. So that's the thing. Even though Lunisod is on August 1st, it's the celebration all, month coming into it. So that's basically what I'm doing. So I wanted to kind of focus on that. So I went ahead. I knew was going to take some time. And rather than, you guys be a part of my meltdown over these stickers, I thought, hey, you know what? Why don't we just do that part off camera and, come back to it. So that's what I did. I saved you and me, the heartache of dealing with the stickers not fitting right or, not coming off or, having trouble with the sticker paper. So, I did all that off camera. So lucky you. And, I realized my issue with the reason why it doesn't print on just one page, my stickers, and that is because of the sticker pad that I'm using. Frankly, this makes me want to purchase a new Cricut machine, the kind that doesn't need this. It has like a smart pad or something, or you don't need necessarily a pad or something for it. I forgot how it works, but basically I kind of want that now. I think I want it, but my Cricut machine is way too new. The only way I'll purchase a new one, obviously, if something happened to the one that I have, or if I, develop part of my business that requires me to purchase another Cricut machine, which is possible. So that's, we'll see, because then I would need two. And that's when this whole room would change because there would be more packaging and work and all that stuff involved. That's a whole thing. Once you get into that business, like your organization, in my opinion, well, at least for me, the way I would do things, my organizational skills would definitely be shining because you sort of need that in order for things to make sense, because you're going to have like different papers and all that sort of stuff around. I'm already thinking of different solutions now so that most of my crafting supplies are a little bit more organized. I've separated my witchy stuff from for the most part. It's kind of still mixed in, but I have like one drawer and it's like flat drawers and I lay things down. That's all witchy. And then I have the other drawer for just like mostly craft things. But I still have stuff like stored in my closet. So I kind of need better solutions is my point. Where was I going to put this? Was it here? I think I'm going to do it here. But anyway, yeah, I kind of need better solutions. Oh, that's a little crooked, but we'll figure it out later. Oh, it was over here. Duh. I'm like, was I even over here? It's on the other side. Gratefully, it comes up pretty smooth. So, yeah, I wanted to put it here. But anyway, yeah, so that's my deal with the Cricut. They are great machines. Like, you can do a lot with it. But I do think if you're, operating a business, you probably need more than one. And guys, forgive my nails. I am going to do them. I have so many different that's the thing. I feel like I get so many things done, hands-on things, when I don't have my nails done, because I'm not worrying about getting paint or stuff, because I got like some kind of paint or something on my nails now. It's nice to have the pretty nails, but sometimes it's not very practical. I'll say it. A lot of people don't want to agree, and I understand. Maybe it's different for you depending on the type of work you're doing, but they can get in the way, and it hurts if you like bang your nail or something and it bends. Oh, is that not the worst pain? And that's my issue sometimes with wearing them, because even your regular nail, if they're kind of long, like, you just want to get stuff done, and I can't like I want to because of my nails. So I will get to it sort of right after I've done all the necessary things that I need to do that requires a lot of my hands right now. But that's okay. I got a ton of painting and craft projects that I know I'm going to be working on. So it's going to get a little messy is my point. So we have the base down. Figured out that was why it wasn't sticking. Usually if it's not sticking, I still have some paper on there. All right. So we got the layout. So this is the overall layout, which I think is actually pretty cute and pretty gorgeous. So Lammas Lughnasadh, the first harvest, also is how it's referred to. For a lot of people, the way they associate things, and I'm gonna put her like right here. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of stickers, guys. Don't worry. if you're sticker happy like me, you'll like this one. Anyway, but yeah, this is a time for me. It's like really, this can be considered a pagan Thanksgiving. And, the rituals and things that I'll be doing will focus a lot on gratitude, giving thanks, all that sort of stuff. That's the energy I'm on. You know what? I should probably have went the other way. Let's see if I could pull this up without much damage. Yeah, I should have went more like this. And I kind of had to slant it up, so this looks a little better. Anyway, but yeah, people use, they make corn dollies, and you'll see a lot of references to corn, wheat, things like that. The harvest, think agriculture and all that sort of stuff, and add a bit of spirituality to it for farmers and, those working the lands at the time. It is not something typically, Lughnasadh, Lammas is not necessarily it's not really an American-based tradition, just so you know, and that's okay. I find sometimes when I'm talking about a lot of these traditions and the pagan holidays and things like that, a lot of times people, not a lot, yeah, well, sometimes I notice people kind of reference, well, they were celebrating that over in, this country. Why are you celebrating it? And my answer simply is, well, one, because I can. Two, because there's a reverence in it for me. I started off as Wiccan, and my spirituality grew from there to basically just calling myself an eclectic witch. However, part of being an eclectic witch, which, I make fun and just, say, oh, it was a little bit of hodgepodge of everything, but really, it really was. But that was part of the fun for me, a lot of self-discovery along the way, of learning different paths. I don't, it's not appropriation, because I didn't package it and try to tell you about it as if, it's my way and I'm, the guru on a specific topic. I didn't do that. I had like a hodgepodge of different things that I picked up, different ways of doing things. And, I loved it. I loved it. And I loved practicing and learning about spirituality that way. Did I keep everything that I've learned? No, and nor do you. You don't have to. But learn, test yourself. Um, Put yourself out there. Don't limit yourself as far as your spiritual path. I mean, there's nothing wrong with learning about different things and different, ways that people go about things. Now, I will say this because I know my ancestry and I know that I am not all 100% African, that if I was to be questioned on why I celebrate and do certain things, the answer would be, well, one, because I can, and two, because my lineage proves that the specifically Ireland, parts of uh, uh, Britain, or we'll just say Europe, those parts over there. There's a significant percentage. So you know what? I'm gonna claim what I need to. However, where it gets interesting is I do a modern witch spin on it. Is this gonna come off? I do a modern witch spin on it, and because I am of mostly African descent, and American, I tend to take a different approach, if you will, on how I approach things. I tend to always kind of still bring in those elements of, um, African based, Americanized traditions, because that's basically what it is. I still somehow manage to do it that way. And, it works for me. That's actually how I practice. That's my cottage witchery. It's unique to me, just like I'm sure your practice is unique to you. But I don't think we should be questioning anybody on why they celebrate a specific holiday, especially if it's tied to spirituality. The short answer is because they're drawn to it, right? There's something they want to do. They like that. Or it's not so much even about liking. It makes sense to them. It feels right to them. Like that's the short answer, and that's enough. I wouldn't hold anyone to the fire trying to understand that. And I think and even so, for instance, I celebrate Christmas, right? Yule as well, but I also celebrate Christmas. So, I guess one could look at that situation and say, why are you celebrating Christmas? Well, I can tell you, first off, I don't associate Christmas with the way this new crazy, see, let me stop. I focus on the other aspect, I guess the capitalist version of Christmas with the decorations and the Santa, the Hallmark kind. That's how I celebrate it, with the decorations and the Santa and Christmas miracles and believing in all that. That's how I celebrate Christmas. And I'm not even joking. That is literally approach. I strive for a Hallmark Christmas every year. That's the best way to explain how I celebrate Christmas. It's about the decorations, the pretty lights, the Christmas tree, the decor that I'm having that year for my Christmas, how the table settings, the gift giving. Like that's what it's about for me. I don't have much else outside of that. That's where I go. So I'm looking to see if I was going to use any of these other ones. But I think that's it. Oh, I got the sickle. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm never really the type of person who you probably want to ask some silly question like that. Why is she celebrating that? Also, another thing, you can't really make holidays about skin tone either. Um, like celebrating, oh, that's silly. Because someone can be melanated and live in a country, right? Or non-melanated. I mean, you could be non-melanated person living in a country where there's a lot of people with melanin. You could have been born there, right? And you celebrate those holidays, and maybe you move away and you still celebrate the holidays that are associated with those people and their culture. Is that a bad thing? No, it's not. That's not appropriation. That's your life. Like, that makes sense, right? So I think I'm done. I was trying to decide about washi at the bottom. I did pull out some washi, and I have this yellow. It's really thick, and it's green. I don't know. I'm going for it. Why not? We already have so much going on. I think the answer would be to pare down, but not on my watch. We're going all in. We are going all in because we can. That's why, because we can. So I'm only going to do just this section. I'm not going to extend it. Oops, let me come up. Trying to get all the way to the very edge, which I think I just did. Okay, perfect. It's just a little bit more yellow, a little bit more color, giving it a little more summer vibes. This is kind of overlapping, but we'll live. I'm not fixing that because if I cut it, I'm going to cut, well, it does look a little silly. Let's see if I can fix this without causing more damage. Oh, I did. I should have more faith in myself and my cutting abilities. All right. So we are done. Okay, I think this is really cute. I think this is really cute, and it's a lot going on, and I love it. So actually, I'll be using this again for, let me peel that paper off. I'll be using this again for my Coven. This is essentially my Coven planner. That's what I basically use it for. So I'll be writing in events like this is the new moon. So I knew I was going to write stuff in here. We have like our meetings and things like that going on. And any other sort of witchy business, I'll go ahead and list that and put that here. But all in all, this is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's so cute. And the brighter yellow kind of ties in to some of this other yellow as well. We already have the goldish yellow, but I don't know. I just kind of like it a lot, actually. I like that little bit of brightness toward the end. So I am all set. You know, I hope you enjoy the topic of the first harvest and being thankful and gratitude and all that sort of stuff, because the next set of videos this week definitely have a lot of focus. At least one of them have a lot of focus on that. I'll be setting up an altar, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, it's kind of a thing for me. I don't know about you, but I've found over the years that having holidays and things to celebrate help kind of navigate life. If you suffer from depression or you're just suffering from just like a difficult time, and a lot of us have had some difficult times, there's stuff that's been happening, but here you are watching this video, you made it through, maybe not unscathed, but you're here, right? So that's something to be grateful for and to give thanks that you made it so far. And this is a time for you to do that. Having these holidays and things like that, you make it your own. I don't follow this in the way that it was first shown to me when I was Wiccan. I follow this the way that makes sense for me, which is the first harvest, kind of focusing on the spells that I've done so far from last season, or it maybe even, the season up until this time last year, and, kind of looking at that, all the things that I've manifested and just like, wow, and just feeling gratitude for it. And I can do that because those things happen. The protection spells, just gratitude. You can make this more about ancestral reverence as well. This could be a holiday around that where you're just, especially if most of your magic focuses on, petitioning your ancestors. You can make this about that. Or if it's a specific deity, you can make it about that. And taking this day, August 1st, of just giving thanks and a little bit more gratitude, ritualize it. And it could be simple as, baking something, baking bread, or maybe if you're not a baker, purchase the dang on bread, purchase some cornbread at the store and leave it as an offering, piece of it as an offering. To give thanks. And corn, because again, the harvest, the whole agricultural aspect of things. And that's plentiful in this country. So that is something, corn is a huge industry here in the United States. So, so many things are derived from corn that we consume. So guess what? We can associate that very easily here in our culture, in our American culture, right? But I will leave it there. if you're interested in learning more, I'll be setting up an altar. As I said, look for that video. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. I'm Mika. This is Leap Taken. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share. Also, please consider hitting that join button to join the Leap Taken membership if you're interested. I offer many different spiritual services, so head on over to leaptaken.com and check it out. You can book for various different things. I have something now where it says, you can ask a witch, and we'll spend an hour on a specific topic. It's less commitment that way. But if you're looking for more commitment and more encouragement with your practice, go ahead and look at some of the mentor programs as well. All right, I will end it here. Thanks again. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.